Where are you in life today? How did you get there? Your life today is a result of timing and situations. Maybe someone believed in you along the way. Maybe somebody helped you. Regardless of your path, here you are today. Where you are is the result of life summed up over small steps that you've taken over the years. Some of these steps were your choice. Some of these steps were taken for you, the things that we can't control. Knowing how you spend your time and what you focus on is where you'll be persistent. Persistent in any task does not guarantee happiness, and it doesn't even guarantee the results that you would expect. And as we think about the most persistent activity in anyone's life, it's time. Time is the most persistent activity that naturally moves us forward. And what we do with our time through small tasks with intentional steps is what shapes our path. The key is small, intentional, and persistent. Small tasks because you'll do it. Intentional and persistent because it's something that's meaningful to you. I started my first job as a teenager in sales, and that was my first sort of early lesson at persistence. And one of the things I noticed is people would come in with big motivation and they wanted to get into shape. And as I sold a membership to them, that first week I saw just lots of activity. And in some cases, people would show up twice in one day. But as time went on, those people would stop showing up. And so I started to shift how I would talk to people. And some of the things that I would start to say is that it's okay to finish wanting more. You don't have to spend 100% of your motivation every time you show up. And so often in that environment, there are certain exercises that have a high calorie burn. But those are also the exercises that people don't like to do. And what happens over time is if you're continuing to do things that you don't want to do, human nature says you're going to stop doing them. And so I had a little bit of a different twist on it. I'd say, hey, come in, just show up, and if you don't want to do certain things, don't do it. But leave wanting to come back. And as I started to have these conversations, I noticed that those were the people that were the most persistent, and those were the people that saw the best results. And of course, there are other factors, right, about how you eat or how you sleep, but specifically for this conversation, when I was working at a gym, it was really impactful for people to really understand the lesson in persistence. And because when you stop showing up, it doesn't take much to form a pattern of not going. And then often, when we think about the things that are really good for us, those are typically the patterns that are the easiest to break. So think about this. Understand and capture what's good, healthy, or important to you. I think that's really important for you to understand. And when you want more and you start taking big leaps in life because there's just lots of motivation, don't forget to find and enjoy your small steps. It's our small steps that drive the most persistence in our life. Just show up. And it doesn't mean it's easy. That's easy to say, but it means that it matters. This means it's really important. Our small steps take us from progressing to becoming. And finally, be persistent in what you value and always know your reasons for holding on.